Hey, good morning, apartment hackers. This is David Monroe coming to you from lovely Mobile, Alabama. Hopefully, for not much longer. Family and I are deciding that we're probably going to go back to Orlando, but we're looking at our options right now. Look, that's not why I'm talking to you today. I want to talk about a report that was just released from Fanny Mae regarding forbearance. For those of you that don't know what forbearance is, that is where the lender will forgive loan payments that are due, but they tack it onto the end of the loan. Well, last week they started receiving, actually prior to last week, they had been receiving requests for loan forbearance, primarily on larger properties with higher LTVs. And last week they had about 29 that totaled about $373 million. Well, this week, there were another, well, I'm sorry. So last week there were 30 loans. This week, there's another 29 loans that were added, totaling $614 million, bringing the total to $987 million that are currently in forbearance in the country. Now, what does that mean? So April wasn't so bad, and sorry about the phone there. April wasn't so bad because people were paying their rents, so the owners were paying their mortgage. What's happening now is people aren't paying their rents, and I think we can see that because now, last week we had 30 loans in forbearance with Fannie Mae. This week we've got 29. So the number's increasing, meaning more and more people aren't paying their rent, which is pretty much what I had anticipated, even though everybody had been saying, oh, April was good, we should be pretty good in May. That doesn't seem to be the case, but we'll see what happens. Freddie Mac really hasn't released much information yet. They did release this week that they are showing 327 properties totaling $1.7 billion that have requested forbearance. Now, we don't know when that forbearance was requested because that's the only information we have, and they haven't updated those numbers yet. So the largest state from Fannie Mae is Texas. And it looks like Texas, where'd I see that? And just so you know, I'm getting this data from CoStar. So if you have CoStar, you'll be able to see this information. This is an article from them about these loans. So Texas has the highest at 224 million, and Maryland is followed in second at 197 million. The most interesting thing about this is that about 69% of the loans show that their net cash flow falls below their debt service coverage ratio of less than 1.15, which that's a big deal. I mean, most of your loan documents these days have a 1.2 to a 1.3 debt coverage ratio. And there's a clause in your mortgage that states if you fall below your debt coverage ratio, the lender can call the note due. So we're starting to get into dangerous levels where the values on these properties are going down. The NOIs are going down. They're getting below those debt service coverage ratios. And that can start turning into some dangerous territory for these owners. So for those of you that are investors, if you're investing in larger properties, this could turn into some opportunity for you. Maybe start reaching out to some of these larger owners that may be in forbearance. I'll work and see if I can find data that shows, and it may be published from Fannie Mae, on who that might be. Considering CoStar got that info, we may be able to get that as well. Anyway, I just wanted to bring you updated on that. It does look like we're having some issues with rent payments this month in the multifamily world and some of the larger properties. I don't know what class of properties those are, but it looks like from the forbearance requests that we are definitely trending down from last month. Any questions, feel free to reach out to me, David at davidmonroeccim.com, and we'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a wonderful weekend if I don't talk to you sooner. Bye.